Okay, sorry, that was a weird way to start the video. Um, so, um, sorry. This is. Sorry. I'll wait to answer that. This video is gonna be about, it's not gonna be a vlog just because I actually have a topic that I want to talk about. So, it's kind of about like self-esteem and body image because I know I have not really body image but self-esteem I have problems with. Oh, and I dyed my hair today. So, but I know those are kind of like the two biggest struggles that teens have are are self-esteem and body image. So, basically self-esteem, I'm pretty sure we all know what that is. It's like how you look at yourself and how you perceive yourself and what you think about yourself. And okay, but yeah. So it's basically like how you perceive yourself and what you think about yourself and whether you think positively or negatively about yourself. And I've kind of had problems with this for a long time just because I'm like really weird. Like honestly, like not gonna lie, I'm really weird and random, and sometimes I feel like people like look at me differently for it, like and like oh my god, she's weird, like she's crazy, like in a bad way. Because I don't see weird as being, bad, but there are some times where I feel like I don't know, like I don't like that part about myself all the time. Um, Another thing is like I know a lot of people have problems with like looking at other girls who we think are just like better than us, and those girls that we look at probably look at other girls and think the same exact thing. But basically, what this video is about is just like even though I struggle with it myself, I know deep down that honestly like you are who you are and you can't change who you are. I mean, there are certain aspects of yourself that you can change, like your hair color, your hair length, or, to a certain extent, your hair length, and you can change your style of clothing, and you can change, you can actually change a lot of things that most people think you can't change. But honestly, when you do change a lot of things about yourself, you you may feel better about yourself, but like plastic surgery like that doesn't, I don't think plastic surgery even looks good. Like I'd much rather be, for some people, I mean I understand why plastic surgery would be like why they would really need plastic surgery, just because like facial deformities and stuff like that, that's different. But I mean people that like look perfectly fine, like if I were to go get a whole bunch of plastic surgery, I don't think that would look good at all. I'd much rather stay like this. So like a lot of people I think go too far trying to change like what they look like, and that's kind of where the body image comes in. Like most people just pay attention to what's on the outside, like you're sorry, that's hair dye if you're wondering. But people probably like, I mean most people look at like what's on the outside, like oh my face isn't pretty and I'm not pretty in the face, and my hair isn't the best, and I'm not the skinniest, and I'm not the tallest, which I've always been tall. And I mean, I've only gotten made fun of in fourth grade for being tall. Like, people call me giraffe, and that's when I moved to, like, I mean, not giraffe, people call me, say, like, hey, how's the weather up there, and, like, stuff like that. Which I was in fourth grade when I moved, so I was kind of, like, the target, I guess. But, honestly, like I said, I have a lot of problems. Like, I don't have really bad self-esteem problems. Like, I do have pretty good self-esteem, but it's not 100% because I do look at other girls a lot and, like, I'm nothing compared to them. So, which, probably not, I don't know. But it's not to the point where if somebody, like, calls me ugly, like, yeah, it hurts, but, it doesn't get to me. Like, because I have good enough self-esteem to where if somebody calls me ugly, it's like, okay, whatever. Ouch. Like, I don't know. But I think, especially with teenage girls, but even some teenage guys, like, body image, like, weight, like, I think weight is is what most people struggle with, because, like, you could be the skinniest, even the skinniest people on earth, like, even when you're skin and bones, like, literally, still don't think they're skinny enough. It's not the fact that you aren't skinny enough or that you aren't, good enough. It's the fact that when you look in the mirror, that's what you see. That's what your mind is making you see. Because it's a feeling, and feelings and what exactly is are two different things, because you can feel one way, but then in reality, it's completely different. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if I were to say, oh, I feel like I look like crap today, but you really could be looking like amazing, like, oh my gosh, but you're like, I feel like I look like crap, or I feel like crap, but you really don't look like you're feeling like crap. So, like, I wouldn't always judge. I say judge yourself on who you are on the inside. If you have to judge anything, judge your inner self. Don't judge your outer self. Because, society makes it to where, you think that you have to look a certain way on the outside. Like, if you're not pretty, it is like that. If you're not pretty enough, sadly, there's a lot of things that you won't experience. I mean, like, jobs, people think they do basically mostly base it off of, your work ethic and, like, certain things, like, your education, stuff like that. But honestly, there are businesses where if you're not pretty and if you're not good looking, that affects whether or not you're going to get the job, which is stupid, because just because somebody can look good, like, I understand with modeling that's a little different, looks do matter with modeling, but with, like, regular jobs, like working at a restaurant and stuff like that, like, a pretty face doesn't mean anything. I mean, you're not there to be beautiful, you're not there to look your best, you're there to do work, and you're there to do work. You're not there to be pretty and look good. I mean, it's a plus, but you really bring people down. And I understand that society is a big part of why girls judge themselves and why certain guys judge themselves on self-esteem and body image, is because of what society puts out there and what society makes people feel like. But society is pretty much fucked up. Like, it's really messed up. Society, I don't even pay attention to society, But for me, I mean, I am pretty confident. I'm not the most confident I could be, and I wish I could be a little more confident, but I'm confident to the point where I say, society can't tell me who I am. Society can't define who I am. I define who I am, The things that I have been through do not defy who I am. I defy who I am. Define, not defy. I define who I am. And everyone else out there is the exact same way. Nobody else can define you. Society can't define you. You have to define yourself. And you shouldn't define yourself based off of what other people think and what other people say to you. Because some people will tell you that you're ugly, even if you're, like, the prettiest girl in the world. Even if you're the prettiest guy. Even if you're, like, the hottest guy in the world or the hottest girl in the world. People will still look at you and call you ugly. Because, that whole cliche, like, you hear it from everybody, they're just jealous of you. You're, like, the hottest person on earth, and they're calling you ugly. Like, there's no other explanation for that other than maybe they're blind, or they're stupid, or something, I don't know, or both. Because when people are jealous, they say things they don't mean. Say, like, if you're watching this, and I personally know you, and there's something that I'm jealous of in you, if I had that mindset, see, I try not to judge people. I even do it sometimes too. Everyone judges, you know, at some point in their life they'll judge, but I try not to. And there's several of you who probably try not to either, but you find yourself judging somebody. It's just, that's different. But I mean, there's a lot of people in this world that really just judge and judge and judge and judge, and that's all they do. Which, you don't pay attention to those people, okay? But basically what I'm saying is self-esteem and body image, it just goes way too far. I mean, there's self-esteem and body image is way too vulnerable, makes people way too vulnerable. Because if I don't know, it's just a risky situation. I mean, self-esteem and body image, it can break a person down. Whether you have good self-esteem or bad self-esteem. Things like that can break you down. Like, honestly, what I'm going to say to you is don't judge other people. Try your hardest not to. Don't call somebody who's ugly, ugly. Honestly, they're not ugly. But if you think somebody's ugly, don't go up to them and say, hey, you're ugly. That hurts people. But just like, if you have anything that's not nice, keep it to your freaking self. Nobody else needs to hear it. I mean, honestly, because just don't really worry about what other people have to say. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but honestly, other people are jerky. I mean, you can't control what somebody else does, but you can always control what you do. And I mean, how you decide to look at a certain thing is you. That's you. If you decide to look badly at something, that's not their fault. Honestly. I mean, it's their fault, but it's not at the same time. Because that's the way you perceived it. So basically, don't worry about what anyone else says. You're wasting your time. If somebody calls you ugly, just be sarcastic. Like, oh, thank you, you know? I love hearing that. Like, I don't know, just be sarcastic. Don't let them see that it's bothering you. Just, you're all beautiful. I mean, we're all beautiful in our own ways, whether it's on the outside or the inside. Really, the only thing that matters is who you are on the inside. A lot of people will tell you that, but that's only because it's true. So, believe them when they say that. Don't believe the negative things. Believe the positive things that people tell you. And if they don't tell you anything positive, then freaking fuck them all. Who cares? Just whatever. Be you. Do you. Be free. I don't know. Just self-esteem and body image is spit a little. It's just stupid. Just who freaking cares? Just freaking live your life. Who cares if you're pretty or ugly or fat or stupid or dumb or skinny or blonde or brunette or black hair? Who cares? Who cares if you're black or white or purple or green or orange or yellow? I don't know. Just be yourself. That's all I have to say. Be yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna go. This video is way too long. So, peace out. Yeah, bye.